they're condemning, and they're vicious, and they're know-it-alls, and they're just the kind that want to you pull your hair out of your head. And that's what he said. He goes, "That makes you think they're my people. They call me by my name, but they don't do as I say. They're not my people."
That's true.
And that just shut me up. But you can't win an argument with the Lord. I mean, you know you're not going to. But what he does is he opens your eyes to why you're so frustrated and upset.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just tells you that they're not my people. I was just ready to have it. I was having a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
I can't have your people. So that makes you think they're mine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of kicks it in the butt right there, don't it?
It certainly does.
So yeah, I mean, it's just it's overwhelming because we know that the majority is going to reject him, so they're going to reject us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you realize what a minority true believers really are. And so that means we've got 90% of the other people we come in contact with ragging us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait till they start killing us. If they start coming after the real remnant to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be our own church crowd. So, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any group more vicious than a religious crowd on a mission.
Oh, yes.
Religion's not of the Lord, and he never advocated violence, and, they'll never learn, they'll never get it.
Well, I'd better sign off so some other folks can call in and ask you some questions and talk with you, but I thank you very much, and may God bless you this week, and we'll listen to the rest of the show here.
All right, well, thanks for calling in, John.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
We're going to take a break here, folks. We'll be back in 30 seconds. See you then.
This is the Reality Radio Network on Telstar 5 Transponder 5 and on the internet at realityradionetwork.com.
Do you know where the 78 potentially active volcanoes in U.S. are located? And do you know the locations of the top 300 prime terrorist targets? You can find these answers and more in the new interactive CD book, Prudent Places USA. With the more than 50 interactive parameters, you can pinpoint natural and man-made disaster areas, brewing environmental catastrophes, the safest cities, the best places for solar and wind energy, and much, much more. Complete with 3 gigabytes of detailed information on each of 3,000 plus counties in the U.S., including 550 high-resolution full-color maps and full-color photographs, as well as detailed information and analysis to help you zero in on the best places to live, the ideal location for cabins and vacation homes, as well as safe and unsafe areas. Get Prudent Places USA for only $29 plus shipping by calling New Millennium at 888-803-4438. That's 888-803-4438 to order on the web or at murkywater.com.
And now back to Sherry.
And welcome back, folks. Listen to call-in line 260-356-2611. Give me a call. Let me know what state you're from. I'm just going through some of this information about some of the things going on around us. It's been kind of quiet the last week or so with the Rome crowd. Haven't heard too much. Hadn't too much hassles from the Sananda and Matria and Jermaine freaks. So it's been a quiet weekend. What I've been busy doing is going into 2 areas the Lord's leading me into, and that's Islam and Zionism. And not so much as Zionism is trying to educate people what it is, because so much of the church doesn't understand that Zionism is not supporting the Jews, no matter how much they want to say it is, because Zion is another name for Jerusalem. Zionism has nothing to do with religion. Zionism is the New World Order, satanic arm in Israel that's destroying Israel. Just as much as you wouldn't support the New World Order here in America, don't support it in Israel. And what they call it in Israel is Zionism, and they're using terminologies, and they're confusing you with their terminologies. So I'm going to put up a website on that probably sometime at the end of the week. One I'm working on now that will go up probably Monday, might be up, is IslamLies.com. And what I'm going to do with that is just expose the lies of Islam. It's a lot of information. By the time you get done reading and just scrolling through that site, before you even realize it, you're going to flip through 30 pages of information on the lies of Islam. And what it's going to do is explain to you what it is, what they believe, what they don't believe, what they know, and what they don't know. Because the Muslims do not understand that the church, that the Bible even has a New Testament. You know, as far as they're concerned, our Bible is only the Torah, the Old Testament, and the Book of Psalms. You know, and they don't recognize the minor prophets, don't know they exist, except outside the ones that they're familiar with. You know, the Quran was written 500 years after the Bible was written.
Sherry?
Yeah.
You have a caller when you're ready.
All right, put them on.
You're up, caller.
Thank you. Hi, Sherry. This is Nancy from Massachusetts. I've written you a few times.
Hello, Nancy. How you doing?
Very well, Sherry. Nice to talk with you.
Oh, nice to talk to you.
Yes, I wanted to call in to just share with you. I'm going to try to do this without crying because right now, like, my family just thinks I'm crazy. I made the orgone, you know, with my dad last week. And, you know, I gave some to my son, and, like, he thinks I'm totally off the wall, ready to be, you know, committed. And, I just got through telling my sister tonight that, I wouldn't be giving the kids, you know, Easter baskets because I really believe that, you know, it's a pagan holiday, and, we got into this huge fight over the phone, and, she wanted to talk to me about this new church she just joined actually today and spent the day there. And I tried to explain to her that all churches are in this deception, and she just didn't want to hear it. And we got into a very big argument, and I just said, you know, see you later. And she also said that I would be a hypocrite if I went to my sister-in-law's house for Easter dinner tomorrow, which I believe I would be because I thought about that. And I decided that I'm just going to have to tell them the truth because this is my first time, Sherry, not celebrating like any of the holidays. Like I just found out about Christmas and Easter being pagan holidays. And I just wanted to share that my family is like totally ready to just commit me.
Well, you know, mine was too. And you know, it just, you know, you just drop seeds. I never enforce my beliefs on anyone. I just state what they are.
Right.
And I leave it at that. And slowly over time, it's the Lord who can open their eyes and understanding.
Right.
So I don't enforce anything on anybody, push it on anybody. I just do, you know, believe what I believe in and state that. And, you know, cards fall where they fall. I know a lot of people, you know, church crowd's going to celebrate Easter on Sunday. They're going to go home and have ham.
Right.
You know, and
I just learned about that too. The ham is like unclean.
Yeah, I mean, it was unclean in the Old Testament. It's not any cleaner in the New Testament. But you know what? They've swept all these truths under the rug, and you know, a lot of those. You know, we're not required to keep all 619 laws, but as the Lord leads you to the ones to keep, those are the ones you keep.
Right.
That was the whole difference between being led by the Spirit and being led by the letter of the law. And people don't understand this whole thing about the Holy Spirit and grace, and they've created all these their own doctrines and dogmas over what it is, and it's not even near the truth.
Right.
And so when you're trying to break away from that mold, you know, and the Lord's mercy is full of mercy and grace and compassion, and He'll lead you, and He'll teach us what to do.
Right.
You know, because we're a nation who doesn't know who they are. They don't know who they are, and trying to come into understanding of who they are. And what things they're supposed to be doing, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
It doesn't happen overnight. It's one holiday at a time. It's one feast at a time. It's one truth at a time.
And I know I've read that in the end, in the last days, like your family will disown you, and they will not, you know, be with you anymore.
Oh yeah, and they're going to be vicious. I mean, we see it now. There's like a dividing line. You got the demon